I think one of the most important things that a lot of companies forget is that it's the power of the franchise that keeps people in. People are still playing Street Fighter V and continue to play it even when it was struggling because Street Fighter, the power of the franchise is so powerful. So putting Rollback in an old game is absolutely to your benefit because the strength of your old games is absolutely proportional and has exponential power over the popularity of your new game. All right, everybody, you ready for some Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R? First thing, it looks way smoother than when we played KOF. But that's probably because the game zooms a lot, right? The thing is, Guilty Gear, the characters are kind of complex looking. Like there's a whole lot of. I think it's actually in the. I was reading this article called like the history of French bread, right? And one of the things that Kamone was saying about design was that like, he wanted the characters to be like easy to understand like from the start. And I feel like in this game, XX Accent Core, the characters are kind of like more iconic. But in XR and even in Strive, I feel like the characters are real confusing. I'm trying to assault, that's why that's going. But in this game, I feel like the characters are really cohesive. They're simpler, you know? This is a little bit before they kind of evolved and became really graphically intense in XR and Sign, right? I think that's another reason why I kind of prefer this look, is it's kind of more immediate and easy to pick up. I make it sound like I really dislike XR, but I don't. I think I've just overthought it. Overthunk it. This feels so much smoother than when we played KOF, but it's probably because the backgrounds are zooming in and out and it's less clear when there's rollback. Raw super! Punish super! Oh! Oh no! What was that? Was that Chip? Maybe I just wasn't. I think I was probably just pressing a button. Guilty Gear characters are a lot like Overwatch characters in that they are so unique and quirky. You can learn the basics, but you have to truly play them to invest and understand them. Absolutely. I think it's a common thing in fighting games that people, when they talk about it, it sounds like they hate stuff, but it's like, it's just because we talk about it so much that we talk about it in like to a level of depth that we don't talk about other things. So it starts to sound like we hate Street Fighter, or we hate Netcode, or we hate this, or we hate that, and it's just like, it's not really that, it's just, we talk about it so much that we've become like quite emotionally charged about various topics. But it's like, you know, I don't dislike Guilty Gear, I'm here playing it now, aren't I? Dade. You can prevent Chip with faultless defense. Ah, I need to shield. I'm gonna keep calling it shield. She does the solo to 1. That's great. Daisuke trying to get away with every possible riff. You want to, but it's not on sale. Well, here's the thing. I think this game doesn't need to be on sale. Like, games like... You know when Nier came out? It was like $80, and I was like, I'm not paying $80 for Nier. So I waited till it was like half price. I bought it on like a half price Steam sale. But this game is like $10 or $15, right? I think that's because they're putting rollback into it. Oh, this is interesting. This is a little bit more rollbacky than I was expecting. Connection is 267, so we're like 100 ping over the, what do they call it? The chasm. I can't remember what the technical term for it. Wee wee. This character, it's got such funny vocals. You know what I haven't seen a lot of so far is Dust. watch me have no idea how to do it. I was like, I'm gonna Dust, but I have no idea what to do next. This is, let's face it, phenomenal that this works at all. 270, it's like sometimes 250. We're so lucky. Like, okay, so maybe the top main games that we want to play don't have rollback yet. Wake ups! Wake up! Whoa, rollback! Whoa, super rollback. So it's like, yeah, your favorite game may not have rollback, but there are so many great games that, so many great Japanese games that you've always wanted to play on rollback, and this year, now you can. Yeah, Jam does look cool. I remember looking up some moves for her online, but I don't think I ever really practiced. Which is why I'm playing Kai, the only character I know. I'm sure her voice gets more annoying if you play Guilty Gear, seriously. Just like Adon. Imagine if you mained Adon in Street Fighter 4. Actually, it's already getting kind of annoying. Rise the lightning! No, don't die, not like this. Not like this. Oh, dead. I had my text alert sound customized to that weird sound she makes for years. What, that sound that she was just making now? Hi, 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 hi. Goose. Pissing off everyone in class with her tasteful ringtones. This game is so sick. I don't usually use words like sick and godlike, but there are some games that just make you say words that you don't normally say. And like, when I was trying this last night on the Caliber stream and playing it now, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing and it's sick. Talking of which, I mean, I plan to be playing a lot of Under Night on my channel, but if you want to see a lot of Guilty Gear, definitely give Caliber a follow, because I know that I assume he's going to be playing a lot more of Guilty Gear in the future. I'll play Guilty when I have time, but I'll have to see. I'll have to like go into some training and see how much I can learn about this game before I decide whether I'm going to really dedicate a lot more stream time to it. She does make some really annoying sounds. It's funny because now that it's rollback netcode, I feel like there's stuff that would work in delay, where, you know, you'd have to deal with your opponent having like an 8-frame delay to react to stuff. But in rollback, it's like if they reacted properly, then it will roll back and correct it so that they did actually do their reversals or whatever it is they wanted to do. You can't really get away with stupid stuff as much when the netcode actually works. Rollback ruining fighting games. This is really bad, but I've kind of lost the ability to instant air dash. I can't instant air dash anymore because of Under Night. I'm relying so heavily on what's it called? Jump Assault. Anyone who's waiting for the game to be on sale, I feel like this because it's so cheap. It's like, even if you can't get the $2 version of the game, like, isn't it worth just paying $15 to a company that's putting rollback in a game? Like, I think it just means the company gets more money, right? Or, I mean, I don't know if they directly get more money. It might be the case that just Steam gets more money, but either way. Skiadi! One of my favorite Japanese phrases. I'm not sure if that's actually what he was saying, but it sounded like it. Ah, no! I need to learn how to instant air dash hard. Oh, how do you burst? Is it all three? Is it ABC? Assume it's ABC. Wake up, Super! Let's go! I don't think so. Oh, no, no! What is this game? What is a 5 light punch rush? This game is ridiculous. That should not have been a combo. Ride the lightning! Oh my god! I was got killed by a whale. Not happy about this. I came to play anime, not Dobutsu no Mori. Take your Animal Crossing and get out of here. Cannon? Oh, I don't think so. I think one of the most important things that a lot of companies forget is that it's the power of the franchise that keeps people in. People are still playing Street Fighter V and continue to play it even when it was struggling because Street Fighter, the power of the franchise is so powerful. So putting Rollback in an old game is absolutely to your benefit because the strength of your old games is absolutely proportional and has exponential power over the popularity of your new game. So basically, even if it wasn't Ark's original idea to put Rollback in the game and that was because of the modders, like, it has definitely worked out for the best. Because people being hype about an old Guilty Gear game is definitely going to get them excited about playing the new one as well. I think probably the best thing about this beta so far is that most of the conversation has been about Guilty Gear and less about Netcode because the Netcode generally hasn't been a problem. When do you think the crossplay crusades will start? Crossplay crusades will start when the lobby numbers go down. Like, obviously right now, 2020 and obviously the past couple of years as well have been the Rollback crusade. But I think when eventually people still give up on fighting games because it sucks to lose, and basically, no matter what, when you play a fighting game, half the players are going to lose, and then those players that lose will play another match, and half those players will lose, and so it just exponentially, just the number of people playing will just continue to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle because until they find a way to make losing feel fun, fighting games are always going to suffer, really, is my opinion on the subject. When people realize that even though the game has rollback, they still lose. That's when the crossplay crusade will start. And the titles that will be carrying us through the crossplay crusade are Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid, and Street Fighter V? Ultimate Mortal Kombat 11? Does it have crossplay? Oh, that's right, Killer Instinct also has crossplay, doesn't it? It has crossplay between Steam and Xbox. Technically, Under Night In-Birth had crossplay, didn't it? Didn't Under Night In-Birth ST? Wasn't it crossplay between PS3 and Vita? If you want to try out the beta, get in there right now, because especially if you think you've got an interesting situation, like you're playing from Brazil and you're connecting to the Philippines or something like that, or you've got a friend that lives quite far away that you definitely want to try it with, or even, I mean, I don't want to say this, but if you've got Wi-Fi, if you want to try it on a Wi-Fi connection, I mean, don't, but at the same time, for science! It might be worth getting into the beta as soon as you can so that you can actually try it. And then hopefully, I think they're planning, I assume they're going to close it down, do all the fixes they need, and do they have a release date planned for the public release of this rollback update? I don't know if there's an official release date for it, but I assume it probably won't be that much longer afterwards. You can get excited about trying Guilty Gear and learning various stuff about this game while waiting for Strive to come out, which will also have rollback when it comes out. So exciting. Oh man, and King of Fighters. Too many good games. Too many good games. Guilty Gear Accent Core getting rollback is absolutely to the benefit of Strive coming out, because if 1,000 people start playing Accent Core, then you can be absolutely certain that every single one of those 1,000 people will probably want to try out Strive when it comes out. And that's what? An easy $100 for the company, so excellent. Do subscribe on the YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. I've had a great time. I will see you all in a future NihongoGamer stream and or video. Thanks for being part of it today. Bye.